Okay, hello. Good evening, guys. Happy Friday. This is our February week 2, right? Hi, guys. As usual, the same three of you. Hello, Yuri. Hello, Yunhan. And hello, Yuning. Uh, right, so let's continue with our chapter 3, shall we? Right. Yeah, before we move on, we have some exercise to do. As you remember, what is your ecology? Is when we study these things, right? What is a species? Okay, and when you have a group of species, it's called population. When you put a few population together, you get a community. And when you add the non-living stuff like air, stone, soil, you get ecosystem. Okay, you know this already lah, and you know what is your food web and food chain. Only 10% is passed on to the next level. Okay, you already know this. And why very seldomly we will see the fourth level, the fourth consumer, because the energy is not enough to support the quaternary consumer, right? So in this case, right, your owl usually they have multiple food source, right? Not only owls will eat snakes, owl will also eat bluebird, maybe sometimes owl even also eat grasshopper. So they have multiple food source. So instead of being just a quaternary consumer, they are a primary, secondary, and tertiary consumer also. They have like multiple jobs. Right, guys, you have to know some animals they have multiple jobs. They work part-time too. I know it sounds silly, but like you see some birds not only they eat primary consumer, not only they eat primary consumer, they themselves are also primary consumer. They have two jobs. Okay, so as you can see, an ecosystem, okay, a food chain or a food web is sometimes a really complicated relationship. Okay, and of course, we'll talk about this adaptation later. Okay, let's go to the exercise first. Let's go to oh shit, I forgot to put the pages here again. Right. So let's go to I don't know what page is this lah. The exercise page. The first page of exercise. Right. Let's do some exercise first before we move on. So this is a food web. Answer the following question. Right, so they want you to build 3 food chains, all the food chains from the food web here. So we have grass eaten by rabbits, eaten by fox. Right, guys, always end at the top. Always end at the top. Do not end at the middle here. Right, yes. Hello, Minyu. Is this your first time here? I've not seen you before. Right, welcome. If this is your first time here, we are currently in chapter 3. Okay, please type in the chat if this is your first, if you want to say anything, right? So this is our chapter 3. I hope you have this note with you when you sign up. Right, so grass, rabbit, and fox, this is our first food chain. And our second food chain, okay, what is a sapling? Sapling is your baby tree, yu miao, something bigger than a seed lah, right? Baby than small a small tree lah, basically, right? So you have your sapling eaten by rabbits, eaten by fox again, right? And then the third food chain, you have your sapling eaten by a rat, eaten by a fox. So you have 3 food chains here. You have 3个食物链. You have 3 food chains here, right? So when you put these 3 food chains together, you will get a food web lah, 食物网. Okay, simple. Minyu, can you follow? Minyu, can you follow? So do let me know if you can follow or you cannot follow, also let me know. Okay, so B, why is grass categorized as a producer? Do you know what is a producer? I told you this last week. Producer is a 生产者, 制造者. They make food, they do photosynthesis. Right? If I'm a green plant, I'm a producer. Right? So why is grass categorized as a producer? Because they produce food. Okay, they produce food, or even better, you can say because they carry out photosynthesis. Okay, 做光合作用. They do photosynthesis and they make food, so they are producers. Right, so guys, producer is the most important part of a food chain because if the producer they die, everything will die. Everything will die. They are the base of every food chain or food web, right? The most basic, the most bottom. All right. So C, guys, this is a out of syllabus a topic. Okay, this is a little bit out of syllabus. If a flea, you know what's a flea, right? Okay, lives on the body of a rabbit and sucks its blood, what type of interaction occurs between the flea and the rabbit? Right, who can answer this? Do you know what interaction is this? Do you know what interaction is this? Right? Speaking of interaction, this one is not in your syllabus, but I can roughly let you know. Interaction. Right, you actually learned this in primary school, if you remember. Right, what is interaction? Interaction is 关系, like when two animals or two living things when they are together, they have some sort of interaction between them. Okay, some sort of relationship between them. Right. So the first one, if I am the strong one and you are the weak one, and I hunt you down, I how do I put this? I eat you. All right. So what relationship is this? Anyone? Anyone? Are you guys there? Are you guys there? So what relationship is this? If I eat you, what relationship is this? You are a. If let's say I'm a tiger and you're a rabbit lah. You are a an armor. Yes, good. Right? I'm a predator. 我是猎食者. I'm a predator. And you are a you're hunted down. I hunt you down. So you're a yes, good. That's your prey. Okay. Yes, Miyu, hello. Thanks for answering. So that's your prey predator. The relationship is prey predator. That means I hunt you down. All right. So that's the first interaction. And then second interaction, if you are a tiger and I'm a tiger too, we are equally strong. We will fight for the same thing. And what relationship is that? We fight for the same source of food. We fight for the same mate. We fight for water. We fight for shelter, right? And the person who loses will be eliminated. You'll be kicked away. And what relationship is this? Very good. Wow, Minyu, thanks. That's your competition. You learn this, huh? Minyu, you learn this, right? That's very good. Right. So, and then there's one more. When they both live together, this is what we call symbiosis. This is a very funny relationship, right? So you remember what is symbiosis? Okay, symbiosis, you have three types. Okay. Oh, sorry, I don't have enough space here. Let me just draw it up here. Right, symbiosis, if you remember, you have three types. You have commensalism, you have parasitism, and you have mutualism. And do you know what's the difference? Commensalism is when one gets advantage, one is not affected, right? And in this case, you need to know the example. Okay, any animals, they live like that? Any animals you know, no? What animals live like this? No, not tapeworm. That is another one. One gets advantage, one is not affected. Anyone? Fish. Very good. Very good. Wow, very good example there. Right, so you have your shark and your remora fish. You know what is this, right? Yes, you know what is this, huh? So if you look at shark and remora fish, the remora fish just kind of hangs around. Okay, they just hang around and they just eat whatever the shark leaves behind. Shoe head. Oh, is it? Okay, okay. Oh, I don't know. Right. So there you see, they are just freeloaders lah. They just follow the shark around and eat their leftovers. Okay, and the shark couldn't be bothered lah because the shark didn't lose anything also. Right. So that's your commensalism. Okay, and one more is the barnacle. You know what is this? You know what is this? Oh, is it? Okay, okay, cool. Right, do you know what is this? Looks disgusting, isn't it? This is what we call, yes, sea pimple, yes. We call it 藤壶. They will stick to everything, right? So like you see here, they will just stick there. Sometimes you see on boats, on turtles, they will just stick there. So they will not harm you, they just stick around you and they just kind of make you look ugly. Okay. Hermit crabs, yes. Yes. That's your barnacle. Hey guys, do you know this can be eaten? This can be eaten, right? Because in China they will scrape this thing off. They'll go steam this thing, and they say it's supposed to taste like lala lah. I mean, they look almost the same, isn't it? So it has that seafood taste, right? So that's your barnacle. Okay, so that's a commensalism. And then parasitism. Okay, so what is this? One gets advantage, one gets disadvantage, one is affected. Like you already just now you say tapeworm, right? That's parasitism. Yes, ticks. What's a ZZ fly? I'm scared to Google, right? So parasitism is when oh guys, don't search it. Yeah, no, I won't. Right, I won't. Yeah, mosquito is a parasite. Mosquito is our parasite. Rafflesia, the Rafflesia flower, that one is also a parasite. The thing is not a flower. The thing is a parasite. Tapeworm. Okay, basically things like that. Right. Mutualism is the cute one. Mutualism is the cute one because both of them they get advantage. Okay, you help me, I help you. So in this case, you have your sea anemone and your hermit crab. They just carry them around. See, this is so cute, right? So they just carry them around, and it makes the hermit crab look pretty. How do they help each other? The hermit crab will carry this thing around, so it's like a free transport, and the sea anemone protects the hermit crab from harm. Okay, right, and same thing goes to sea anemone and the clownfish. They just kind of help each other also, right? You see, this is so cute. Now you have Nemo here. Here you have Nemo here. So the sea anemone protects the clownfish, and clownfish will clean them up by eating the dirt on it. Pistol shrimp and oh wow, I really didn't know that. Okay, cool. Right. Oh, and the minor bird and buffalo. This is so cute too, right? So the minor bird will stand on the buffalo and helps to eat their ticks. So cool, isn't it? So chill, right? So they just shuttle them around. Okay, guys. If it's a bit noisy here, I'm sorry because my place is raining quite heavily. So maybe you'll hear some raindrop noise because of the roof. All right. Okay. So what relationship is this? If a flea lives on you, if you have kutu, okay. No sound. Okay, then that's good. Right, because my place is quite noisy. So flea is kutu. So this is parasitism. So you have a parasite living on you, right? You have a parasite living on you. There's a movie called Parasite, the Korean movie. Right. Anyway, so D, predict what will happen if the population of frogs in the area caught the disease. Right. So guys, this kind of question is very common in exam. They say, if all the frogs were to die, what happens now? What happens now? What happened to rats and rabbit? What happens to rats and rabbit? Die ah? Die meh? They will actually increase. They're happy what? Imagine you're a rat and imagine you're a rabbit. There's no more fox hunting you. So you happy lah, right? But who's the not happy one? Now grass and sapling, they are not very happy because now you have more rats and rabbit and then they will finish eating all these things, right? So which is not a good thing, right? Yes, Sholin, hello. Is this your first time here? Hello, hello. This is our chapter 3. I hope you have the notes with you. Right? Just follow along lah. We are halfway through. Right. So what happens now? Okay. So what do you write here? So you can say population of rats or rabbit, they will decrease. Welcome to Ohio. Why Ohio? Right. So guys, please write population. Don't just say rat and rabbit decrease. Population is the number. Remember? Remember? Ohio is a shitty city though, according to many reviews lah. Right. So population of your grass and your what is it again? Sapling, yes. Okay, your population of grass and sapling will sorry, what did I write? Decrease. Okay, it's increase here. So grass and sapling will decrease. Okay. So guys, what is this trying to tell you? What is this trying to tell you? In a food web, right? In a food web, when you affect one population, you're going to affect everything. You're going to affect everything. So this is why you don't kacau ecosystem. You don't simply disturb an ecosystem because you will affect the whole thing. Right? But you see, if let's say, okay, let's just take for example fox lah. Okay, if let's say rats were to die, okay, for example if all the rats were to die, fox, they still don't need to worry too much because they still can eat rabbit, right? But you see, some animals, they have only one food source. Some animals, they only eat one type of animal or one type of food. If you take that food away, they are going to go extinct, right? For example, that would be your China pandas, right? That would be your pandas. Pandas, they are so reliant on bamboo. You take away their bamboo, they cannot survive, right? This is why they were close to extinction until the Chinese government decided to breed them, right? So and okay, guys, did you know? Yes, like koala. Yes, guys, did you know that pandas they don't just eat any bamboo right? The pandas in Malaysia, if you have been to Zoo Negara before, they cannot eat Malaysia bamboo. They refuse to. They need China bamboos, as in original Sichuan bamboo. They cannot just eat some other bamboo. So useless, right? Yeah, sure. So useless. You see, you take away their bamboos, they cannot survive. They are like the most useless animal ever. They just all they do is they eat and sleep and be cute, right? Sloths are worse. Okay, I wouldn't say that because sloths has their place in the wild, but not panda though. Not panda. Yeah, sloths are ugly. Okay, I agree. Right? So can you eat all day and sleep all day? No, you wouldn't be called cute. You'll be called useless. Right? You see, double standard, double standard, They eat and sleep, they are called cute. I eat and sleep, I'm called useless. Right? Okay. So yeah, exactly. Oh wow, you guys know that too, right? But okay lah, sloths has their use lah. They have their use lah. Okay. Yes, Minyu, hello to you again. Right. Anyway, so mark for the true statement. Grass is the producer in an ecosystem. Yes, they are, because they are green. Primary consumer is a primary carnivore. No, they are not. Guys, primary consumer, they are all herbivores. They are all herbivores. That's why they are called primary consumer, because they eat plants. Number 3, the final consumer receives less total energy compared to the primary consumer. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Like I said, only 10% is passed on to the next level. This poor guy over here only gets 100 joule. Right? Only 10% is passed on. Okay, guys, let me ask you, the meat you eat every day, what consumer are they? Which consumer do we humans eat? Do we eat the primary, or do we eat the secondary, or do we eat the tertiary, or do we eat the quaternary? All. Naturally, like naturally, right? I mean, do you eat snake? I mean, I don't, right? Yes, we all eat primary, right? Guys, can you see why we eat primary? Right? You think about it, you eat chicken, right? You eat lamb, right? Mutton. You eat cows, right? Okay, beef. Okay, maybe you do, right? You eat what else? What is the most exotic meat you eat? Okay, you eat fish, right? So you see, chicken lah, beef lah, mutton lah, fish lah, whatever, they all belong to the primary. Yes, duck, right? They belong to the primary. So why are we eating primary? Why are we eating primary? Because they are the easy. Okay, first of all, they are the easiest to tame, right? You see, if you go back like 500,000 years ago, when we start, okay, not so long, okay, maybe 200,000 years ago, when we started farming, so we were thinking, why don't we catch some animals and come back so that we breed them so that we don't have to go hunt every day. Okay, chicken is, I would say, primary and secondary, lah, right? So first of all, they are very easy to tame, and second, they have a lot of energy. If you see here, you see, grasshopper has 100,000. Compared to you eating this poor guy, you only get 100. So automatically you would want to eat this because it has more energy. This will make you fat. This will make you survive better. Right? So according to this theory, guys, insects are the best thing that we can eat. Right? Okay, hey, think about this. What if one day, scientists say, I think I told this before, right? Scientists say, oh, we have to stop eating meat because meat is very bad for the environment. We have to start eating insects. Are you okay? Hey, free cockroaches, right? Free cockroaches. How do you know that cockroaches are not as tasty as prawns? I don't know. Okay, I'm just saying, right? Especially crickets. Well, then we need to go to the fish shop. You know, fish shop they sell crickets, right? we'll start we'll start snacking on crickets. Hey, I shit you not. Have I told you this before? They say insects actually has more protein than meat, right? So you want to build some muscle? Insects is your friend. Okay, you, you should start putting cockroaches in your milkshakes. I'm just saying. Okay, so anyway, so we eat primary lah. We eat primary. Oh, I got tons of babies. So who who do you feed it to? Who do you feed the crickets to? Right, so they receive less energy lah. So next, number 4, decomposers obtain energy by decomposing dead organism. Okay, yes, they do. Okay, they break down dead bodies and they get the energy. For your pets, give to Africa. Hey guys, actually, Africa is not that hungry as you think lah, right? Because actually, world hunger, I mean, it's still here, but it's not as bad as last time already. Okay, guys, obesity rate. Okay, have I told this before? The world obesity rate, it has already far surpassed world hunger. That means we have plenty of food to go around actually. Right? The more you know. Okay. Trap jaw ants. Okay. Why no more leh? Why no? Well, you are so cool because you have insects as pets. I can never. I can never. I despise insects, right? I just find them, for the lack of a better word, disgusting, right? Solve world hunger. Okay. I like the way you think, Charlene, but yeah, I don't think. Okay, imagine you are a hungry person. If I say, hey, PT, you come, if you go to soup kitchen and they feed you crickets, are you okay? Are you okay? Either that or die. Either that or die. I would rather eat grass. I serious one. I would rather be vegetarian. Okay. Anyway, so F, let's build a food web here. Okay, let's see here what's here. So you have frogs here. Okay, this is a very funny diagram. You have ducks here. It's called mallet, by the way. Mallard. And then you have your butterfly, you have your dragonfly, you have a bird here, you have frogs here. Let's see. Okay, we start from water weed, shall we? Water weed. I don't know what is it called. I don't know what are these called. I just call it water weed. I just call it water weed. Okay, so who eats water weed? I think butterflies, they do. Do they? Because I don't see any primary consumer here. So I just make butterfly eat this lor. Right? And maybe frogs eat it too. You also eat water. You sure? Got caterpillar here, man. You see no caterpillar here. Right, so frog. Maybe. You see, this is very funny. Okay, I really don't want to write dragonfly here, but I have to because no, there's nothing else for dragonfly to eat. Okay, dragonflies eat insect, by the way. Okay, they eat pests. So if there's dragonfly around, you wouldn't see mosquitoes because it will feed on mosquito. Dragonfly eat butterfly. Do they? I thought dragonfly only eats like small insects, like. Oh, they do. Wow. Okay. 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 So maybe we'll draw it here. A frog definitely eats butterfly and dragonfly lah. Okay, I think so. Now you have your bird followed by your duck. Okay, this is a really funny food web because it makes no sense here, right? This picture alone makes no sense too. Okay, this looks like an ocean to me. Whatever lah, whatever. So birds they eat butterfly and dragonfly. Ducks they also eat butterfly and dragonfly. Oh my god, this is so confusing. Baby dragonfly eat tadpole. Okay, okay, they do. Right. Anyway, so this is the best food web that I can construct because this picture makes no freaking sense. Right? What kind of stupid food web? I feel stupid writing this food web because I have no way to make this. You see, there's even a lotus flower here. What is this guy doing here? Right? So waterweed is a fully aquatic plant. Yeah, exactly. So what do you want to write here? You know, write lotus plant here. I don't know lah. Okay, I don't. This is the best I can build, right? This it makes no sense, right? Anyway, so G, put each food chain in the correct order, right? So we start from waterweed, okay, and they are eaten by water snail. What is a water snail? What the hell is a water snail? So is that a fire snail? Is that a wind snail? Right? Every every nation lives in peace until the fire snail attack. Until the fire snail nation attack. Goodness me, what kind of stupid question is this? Right, so it's eaten by fish, right? Yes, Avatar snail. Avatar, the last air snail. Right, so okay, so it's eaten by a human. Guys, don't blame me lah. I don't make these questions. You know, sometimes reference book they can be really funny, right? Because they come up with questions that makes no sense. Right, okay. Anyway, next is your rose leaf. Is eaten by a green fly, eaten by a ladybird. You know what's a green fly, right? What the fuck is a green fly? It's called an aphid. Is it? Are there green peach aphid? Green purple. I don't. Yeah, my goodness, this looks so disgusting. Right? If guys, if there's a god, if there's a god that creates everything, you tell me what is this? Why would they create? Why would God create this abomination? This was freaking ugly, right? Ugh. Okay, let's not search for this, right? As I said, guys, I yes, to definitely yes, exactly. These are cows to ants. Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean cows to ants? Oh, you mean they eat grass? As in they eat grass? As in they eat grass? So it's a pest lah. Okay. Anyway, so number three. So you have dead leaves eaten by worms, eaten by thrush. A thrush is a bird. It's a small bird eaten by a hawk. Okay. Next, number four. You have your lettuce leaf eaten by a slug, eaten by a green snake, and eaten by a frog. Oh wait, shit. Eaten by a frog, eaten by a green snake. Sorry. They suck the life out of us. Oh, really? They do? Okay, cool. Wow, you're like a plant expert now, like an insect expert now. Oh, oh, really? I thought honeydew is a fruit. Oh, silly me. Wow, there's such thing. Wow, I learn new things every thanks to you, right? Really, because I've no idea. Okay, you ask me human body parts, I can tell you all the stories, but unfortunately, not insects. Right. Anyway, so state what happens to the stock population if there's water pollution due to poison in the area. Right. So if there's poison here, okay, all the fish will die. So the stock has nothing else to eat. So the stock population will decrease. Okay. So explain because fishes die, stock has no food. Okay, or no food source. It has nothing to eat. Yeah, you see, that's not gonna happen, right? Because the last thing I would want to search are insects. Sorry, not sorry. Right. So this stock will not be happy lah. There's nothing else to eat. Guys, you see, you might say, sir, they don't want to eat this. Why can't they just eat something else? Okay, eat something else lah. You see, animals they cannot simply change their diet, right? Like I said before, it's not like you go to sushi today, sushi no open, then you eat wanton mee. No, they don't do this. If they have to eat fish, they have to eat fish. They cannot change their diet. Ants defend aphids from. Oh yeah, this one I know. Yeah. It's like a mutualism, right? They protect. Ants will protect aphids, right? Okay. This one I know. Okay. Anyway, so build two food chains based on the ecosystem above. Oh my god, not again. Okay lah. This one got water weed lah. Okay, so okay, we start from water weed. Okay, water weed. For the lack of a better term, they are eating by a small fish. I don't know what fish is this. Okay, I just call it small fish. And the small fishes are eaten by, hey, you guessed it, it's a big fish. Sue me lah, okay? I don't know what this fish is. Right? I'm not a it looks a large mouth bass. You know what it actually does, right? But I just call it big fish lah. I just call it big fish lah. Okay, whatever. What else, What else, okay, let's look at this frog here. Oh, there's a grasshopper here. Hey, okay. So we say grass here. Okay, eaten by a grasshopper, eaten by a frog, and eaten by a snake. Okay. Some frogs eat snakes. They do? Okay. Wow, that must be a yeah, how to turn exactly. Wow, then the frog should look freaking massive, right? Or it's just a very small snake. Oh well, right. Anyway, so the diagram below represents the different organism in a pond ecosystem. Okay, right. So you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I here. Right. Okay, this is a very good question. Which letter or letters represent the species belong to the pond ecosystem? Which represents species? Oh, African bullfrog. Okay, cool, cool. So which letter represents species, guys? Species is what? Species is what? Species is one animal, right? You are a species. So which one here is a species? Which one here is a species? That would be your A, B, C, and D, right? Because you see A, it's pointing to 1. B is pointing to 1. C pointing to 1. D pointing to 1. So that 1 is your uh, uh, species. All right? And then which is, okay, now you answer me. Which is the population? Which letter here is the population? What is the population again? What is the population? Okay, very good. You have your E, F, G, H. When you have a group of species, it's called population. Remember? So this one person is a species. When you put a group together, it's population. Like you are a species. We 6 people here, we are a population. Okay, make sense? And then which is the community? Which is the community? Okay, this one easy lah, right? Our community is a one whole group, right? So very good. Okay, one whole big. When you put all the population together, you get a community. So a pond ecosystem is a combination of the pond community and J. What is represented by J? How do you change this into an ecosystem? What is missing here? What is J? What is J? Multiple eyes. Not really. Not really. Okay, so how do you change your community into ecosystem? You have to combine community. Okay, grass is living. Okay, you know grass is living. So you have to combine a community and non-living things. We call it abiotic factors, like your weather, your rock, your soil, your water, things like that. Right? So J is your abiotic factors. Abiotic means non-biotic. A means non. Okay. So give one examples here. That would be your weather. What's a paludarium? Is it a plant? Is it a big leaf plant? Is it that? Oh, okay, okay, yeah. I heard of it before. Heard of it before. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. As in you get your own glass and you do it. Tea bubbles. Okay. Okay. Wow, you're really a plant and insect geek, huh? That's cool. That's really cool. Right? Because you're the first I've met. Right? Anyway, so this is a pond community again. So predict what will happen to the balance of the ecosystem in the pond if large amount of fish is added at the same time. Right, so if I keep adding fish, what's going to happen? The fish is going to keep eating this tadpole, and it's going to keep eating all these things. It's going to spoil the whole ecosystem. Oh, is it? Okay, why is it the best? Right, so 3 marks here. You can say the hydrilla. Sorry, population of hydrilla decrease. Why? Because the fish feeds on it, so the fish will eat it. Not enough food. Not enough food for who? You want to say tadpole also can. You want to say tadpole also can. So you can say you can say the population of tadpole decrease. I mean, fish they eat tadpoles too. All right. So you can also say dragonfly, they also decrease. Why? Because now tadpole decrease. But the dragonflies has nothing to eat. Yeah, hydrilla is water weed. Yes, this one I know. This one I agree. Or you can say water hyacinth decrease. The lotus also decrease because fish eats on it. Right. So guys, this is a reason why you don't simply throw animal into an ecosystem. Have I told you guys about the rabbit ecological disaster before? I think I have, right? I think I have, right? The rabbit ecological disaster. Have I told you that? Have I told you that? They decided to, yeah, they overpopulate, remember? They decide to release a bunch of rabbits into the wild. Yeah, that's why you don't do that. Right? That's why you don't do that. Okay, so if you throw a bunch of fish into this pond, you're going to destroy the whole ecosystem. Okay. So anyway, let's go. Okay, let's jump. Okay, we have like 15 minutes more. Let's jump back to our adaptation, shall we? Okay, this is what we are going to talk about today. All right. So what is adaptation? What is adaptation? What is a ghost crayfish? Wow, that sounds cool. Oh, is it? Okay, okay. So what else do they eat? That means they are an omnivore because you say 68% plant, right? Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. Right. So as I said last week, adaptation is the characteristic that helps you survive. Right? Remember I told you this? Remember I told you this? Human has this muscle to help you climb trees. So this is the adaptation we have. We still have it, but we don't climb trees anymore. Right? So this muscle of yours has no use anymore. We used to use this to climb. We used to be monkeys, right? So we don't climb trees anymore, not under normal circumstances anyway. So if you climb trees, it's either you are really naughty or you are drunk, right? You don't climb trees anymore, do you? Okay, so this adaptation will help you survive, right? If you look at cats, they have very strong uh, leg muscle to run. They have sharp teeth. They have sharp claws. These are their adaptations to help them survive because they need these to hunt, right? So put it this way, lah. Put it this way. Every animal or every organism, every living thing, they have some sort of tricks up their sleeve to help them survive, right? It's like your gecko, the gecko at your home, they will just break off their tail when you try to catch them. So that's the way they survive, lah. All right. So adaptation to daily changes. Okay. So guys, you cannot study these all, right? There are thousands of millions of animals out there. You can't study all their characteristics, but we will study some of the common ones, right? But I don't guarantee you in exam they won't ask out of topic. It depends on your teacher. If your teacher decides to go crazy, they ask out of topic, then you just sit there like you feel stupid, like, oh my god, how do I even know this? This one depends on your general knowledge already. You're probably catching them, okay? Maybe. Right, so let's look at number one. Okay, adaptation to daily change. Okay, some plants or some animals, they adapt to daily change. Some adapt to seasonal change. Some adapt to certain habitats. It depends where they live, right? So, like I said, they have some tricks up their sleeve, right? Like daily change, some plants open their flower during the day to attract insects for pollination. They are attracting bees, all right? Oh, okay. Wow, cool. Wow, you dare to catch geckos, very good for you. Right, so pollination and close them at night to protect the structures in the flowers. Okay. You know the structure here? You know the structure here? You will learn this in year 9. Right. So, guys, do you know that help you? Yeah, here we go help, right? Anyway, so guys, do you know that flower has male parts and female parts, right? This is the stamen, okay? And this is the pistil. Stamen is the penis of a plant, and pistil is the vagina of a plant, right? I mean, I know it sounds, silly, lah, guys. Put it, guys. Do you know that flowers are the genitals of a plant, right? I think I told this before, right? So this is the penis, and this is the vagina. Give to China people. Hey, Sharon, you don't so racist, can Okay. Anyway, so some plants they open during the day, because at night they want to protect, so they close, like tulips. Tulips they do that, right? And some plants they do it in reverse. They will open only at night, right? Example here, that would be your durian flower. Okay, guys, durian flower they open at night. Do you know that? Right? Because they bees, sorry, not bees, bats will pollinate them. right? Bats will pollinate them. Okay, guys, bats, they don't suck blood, huh? Please don't have this stupid concept, right? Bats, they are mostly fruit bats, right? Don't fancy yourself so much that bats want to suck your blood. Your blood is not that delicious, please, right? So they will, at night, they will go to durian flowers and then they will suck on the nectar. Yeah, some lah, but not yours lah. But they don't suck your blood lah. They suck other animals' blood, right? So, yeah. So if you really like durian, then you have to thank them because they give you durians. Not me though. Not me though. I can never appreciate this, right? The fruit looks ugly and the flower looks ugly too, right? Why is it? Why is it so yellow? Oh, he has durian. Okay, okay. Wow. You want to take over? Hey, you can earn big bucks, leh. Sell durian enough already. No need to study already. It's enough for you to make a living. So this is your durian flower. So you don't like durian, huh? Okay, yeah, that makes two of us, right? That makes two of us. So durian flower they open at night. Okay. So anyway, the tawny owl, which is this guy, right? They look ugly. Has several adaptations that allows it to catch mice at night, right? So these are the few characteristics it has. Okay, like number one, they have large eyes that are sensitive to low light. These allow it to see well enough to fly safely. Okay, they have very good eyes. They have sharp wing feathers to move quietly, and they have talons. Okay, that means they have their uh uh what do you call this? A claw, okay, to catch their mice, their prey. Okay, what makes you hate durian, Yuri? What makes you hate durian? You just don't like them naturally? Or taste, okay. That means naturally you don't like them, lah. Well, it's a lonely road, I can say, because whenever I say I hate durian, everyone will just look at me with that disgusted look, like I just insulted their ancestors or something, right? But whenever I say durian sucks, it's like I just said ice cream sucks, right? I managed to offend everyone. Your mother also not. Oh wow, wow, okay, okay. So I guess the rest of you like durian. I guess the rest of you here likes durian. No, okay, good for you. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Okay, I hate durian and you know what they say? They say if you hate durian, right, you must like smelly tofu because it's like a polar opposite, ma. No, I hate both. Okay, why you don't like durian? For some reason, I just find it smelly. Okay, I hate both. Guys, there's a reason they don't allow durian in hotels because it's smelly, right? Because it's smelly. Maybe you like it because it's an acquired taste, right? There's a reason they ban them because it's smelly, right? And you know what? They don't even they even come up with durian snacks like durian candies, durian snacks or whatever. Y'all need Jesus, right? Like seriously, what? How can you eat that, right? Anyway, so they have sharp talons to catch prey quickly. So this is okay, guys. Every hour they are very good at hunting. Okay, get yourself one if you have mice problem. Anyway, so bats, they navigate and find prey using echolocation. Okay, this is really interesting. Guys, do you know what is echolocation? You know what is echolocation? That means bats they will emit this ultrasonic wave, and when it bounces something, when it reflects back, yes, you see, you saw exactly. This is like sonar, like sonar. This is how you know the ultrasound your mom used to scan you when you're a baby. So this is how they do it, right? So bats, they're very good at it. That's why they can see things very clearly at night. Okay, the more you know. Their range, guys, the range of hearing for bats is 120,000 hertz. Bats can hear up to 120,000 hertz, whereas us, we can only hear 20,000. So a bat's hearing is 6 times our hearing. Dolphins are just, yes, exactly. Dolphins are very very disgusting animals, right? Dolphins can fly in your dream lah, maybe. Okay, so they navigate using echolocation. So they produce ultrasound, which bounces off object and returns to the bat's ears, helping them to determine the location of their prey. So guys, bats are actually good for you. They will pollinate things for you, and most bats they will eat insects for you. Right? So bats they're cool. Guys, bats are bad. Yeah, they do bad things like human. Yes, guys, do you know that bats they shit? What was I going to say again? Oh my gosh, shit, goldfish memory. Okay, bats they will okay, like I said just now, they will catch insects and all that for you, and they are just cool. They are cool. Oh, right. They are the symbol of longevity in Chinese history. Do you know that? Shaolin, why? Okay, so you see China uh bat symbol okay, if you look at those China bowl do you know this is a bat? Do you know this is a bat? Bat is the symbol of longevity in China. So last time, bat used to be the animal of good fortune. Okay. So now why do they eat it now? Because now they don't worship it anymore, lah. Right? So anyway, cool, huh? I mean, if you look at if you bye at home, if your mom still if your family still prays, I'm sure during bye the time, your mom will take out all these big bowls, right? The bowls will have this thing on it, right? So I mean, traditional bowls lah, they should have this thing on it. So this is the bat. Okay, these are bats, right? Because bats in Mandarin is called 蝙蝠 ma. Fu is happiness, as in the fu you see during Chinese New Year. Source of COVID-19, yes, right? That's why you don't eat them. Guys, you see, bats already avoid us during daytime. They come out at night. They live inside cave. Isn't it a telltale sign telling you that, bro, don't eat me? I'm not that delicious and I carry diseases. So we go and eat that some more, then we get this disease, parang muka lah, tai sei lor. They already try so hard to avoid us, you still want to eat it, that's your problem, right? You see, they look ugly AF. Let's face it, again, bats are ugly. They come out at night and they live inside cave. They do their very best to avoid you. Why would you still eat it? You see? Yeah, exactly. Chinese people problem. Hey, you go China, right? You go China, whatever you order, they will hunt for you. Hey, they for fuck's sake, man, they even eat this. You know what's a civet? They eat this too. Why would you eat this? Right? I don't understand. And there's a Chinese cuisine called bear paw. You see? Look at this disgusting shit. It's a bear paw. Like real bear paw. It's not like they just use some kind of food and arrange it to look like a bear paw. It is a bear paw. I'll stick to chicken, thank you. Why would I eat this? Why exactly would I eat this? Right? I wouldn't want to look at a bear and say, I wonder what the paw tastes like. Dude, you need help. Right? You see, they even have to hunt these hunters down. You see, bear paw smugglers. Absolutely disgusting, isn't it? If they move, they okay. Even they even eat monkey brains though. They believe yeah. They say this is very bullshit. So it's like a tonic for health. You need help seriously if you eat this. Okay, anyway, so slugs and wood lice become more active at night when their surrounding cools down and humidity is high. Right? Like slug, their whole body is wet, so they need surrounding to be humid. So they don't come out in the morning. Same goes to wood lice. Okay. Some snakes. Yeah, oh no, not surprising. Not surprising. Okay. Anyway, so guys, you can go home and read this yourself, lah. You look at this ugly pigeon. Okay. I mean, I'll still go through this next week, lah. So I'll quickly go through this next week. Okay, you can actually go home and read this yourself. Oh, okay, cool. Wow, your granddad can kill a snake, huh? That's cool. Right. So guys, anyway, that's it for today. I hope you learned something new today. Okay. Thanks for coming. Hope you have a wonderful Friday and weekend. I will see you again next week. Okay. So if there's no question, I will see you again lah. So take care. Have a good night. See you. Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye.